Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game?
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The Packers at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Caught left side by Cobb. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Jermaine Johnson in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jets will take over. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Hall again. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And
touchdown, Jets! Elijah Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of this caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Hey, 88.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing is Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From midfield, here's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Back one. Get 300. Get 300. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Inside.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield.
At the 50-yard line.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Complete to Garrett Wilson. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 21 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the counter, it's Hall. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Flushed it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Jump out!
Rodgers going to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll give to Hall. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. To throw is Wilson. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But
a moot point there as they were able to connect. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. Finding space at the 40 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They run it with Hall off the option. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ball again on 2nd down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line,
You just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a first down.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Hall again on second down. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Hall again on second down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
26. Hey, 88.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers, open man, here is Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll take this to the 46.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And some space here. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Carl Lawson on the tackle. Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Still 15 yards to go. 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And complete once again to Watson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Up the middle, Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Packers are right back in this football game. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
On third down, Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 22. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now Wilson on first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
They'll run it with Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Carl Lawson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught by Cobb.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Jets, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss here.
I'm downstairs. What you mean? Girl, I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can to make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy, before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie, boy, I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no, I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, down 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a 10 feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me Folger, soldier, flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky, hair stocky, leave him floppy, face naughty, talking all aki. Think he big poppy, then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me, it's obvious, you too sloppy, cheap copy, I'm Rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I'm